Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm, and we made a cattle drive this morning, and we ended up with 79 baby calves and got them all here. And then about 3 hours ago, there's a new one right over there. So we had a new mother, had her second calf. And well, she's being really attentive with it, kind of keeping it off to the side of the herd. And you just like to see cows, kind of moo to them and just be a little bit more protective. And she's just an awesome mother. We watched him jump up and down a while ago. He was running and jumping. He jumped so high in the air that he fell down. He just laid there. So he's definitely got his colostrum and he's doing well. Those new babies, folks, they got to get that colostrum. They need to get it a minimum of within 6 hours. If they don't get that colostrum, they just never grow out and make a decent animal. So we are on Judy Farms, and the cows are on an absolute smorgasbord here. Well, she's got a nice calf sucking on her. There's my awesome young men heading back up. Those guys really make a team. Jan and I are so fortunate to have a triplet like that of young men that are passionate about what they do every day, and gosh, they do such a good job. I mean, they were on top of it this morning. We got to the end of that cattle drive, and there was 10 to 12 babies that were at the back, and they were wanting to go back so bad. And those guys were down, kind of crouched down, all lined up in a line, making sure that no baby calves got by them. Because we were almost done with the cattle drive, and they were wanting to go back a mile. If they'd have got past those guys, they'd have ran all the way back to where we started. Boy, look at that calf. Wow. What a beaut. Man. I don't know how you'd make a calf any prettier than that calf. Whew. The little bull. I think his number was 113. There's one in here, 102. I'll show him to you this summer sometime, I'm sure. But I saw him this morning on the cattle drive. It's a bull calf, and he is unbelievable. He's already got a hump on his neck, and he's only 3 weeks old. He's got a hump. He looks like a bull. 3 weeks old. And he is going to be somebody's herd sire. Boy. Yeah, look at the grass. I mean, it's up to my boots. There's the top of my boot. It's past the top of my boots. And Ben was making the comment today. He said it's crazy here in Missouri. We went from right there at the end of it was the end of March. We went from we were hoping the grass is come on. All of a sudden the grass did come on, and now it's just like, oh my gosh, we can't keep up with it. We got so much grass we can't keep up with it all. So, yeah, you can use double the number of animals in the spring flush for about probably 30 days. And then when June hits here and the weather gets hot and the rains slow down a little, then you wish you didn't have all those cows. You could do with about half. Well, that's a nice little bull. You've got somebody pooped on his tail. He's still a nice bull. Cows are really starting to come into their own. You can see they're just really starting to get slick. another week and they'll all look like a mirror. Oh, they're really going after the clover. You see they got their heads down in the clover. The paddock we just took them out of, they did graze the tops off a lot of the fescue. You see our fescue just now starting to put a seed on. Right here. There it comes. Yep. So we're giving them big areas and moving them twice a day, but when it goes, folks, it goes in about 8 to 10 days. It can go from being, hardly anything to just exploding. That's just the way warm season grasses are. I'm sorry, cool season grasses. Nice big fat steer. Boy, he's looking good. Getting all the grass that he wants. Like to see that. Well, we've only had one calf that got scours. We gave it one tablet, and we just saw him a while ago, and he's already drying up. So, out of 80 calves so far, we've only had one. And we just gave him one tablet to kind of help with his scours. So I think a lot of it is the cows are giving the calves what they need through the milk. Now, there's a cow. She's almost completely slicked off. Boy, is she a pretty cow. What's your number? 2 something. So she'd be a 2012. She was the 8th calf born in 2012. So she's 9 years old. Boy, look at her. She's still popping out really nice calves. That's a little bull. Boy, he's a chunk. Good looking bull calf. 208, thank you. You're doing a great job, girl. That little calf there got pooped on his neck. All you can hear is this rip, rip, rip. I haven't looked at the cigar pond. We call this it's kind of shaped like a long cigar. It was a pond that didn't hold any water. It was just mud. And I had Johnny dig this out last year. I want to see how much water we caught in the cigar pond. We've got a wire around it, just keeping them out of it until the grass gets formed better. And this will have one of those limited skirt accesses on it. It's still got probably another 2 foot to go, but it's caught a lot of water. It's a little bit muddy right there. It'll clear up. We put grass seed down and then we strawed it, or put hay down, just to try to keep it from washing. That pond's deep. It goes straight down on all sides. It's probably, when it gets full, it's going to be probably at least 10 foot deep, 9 to 10. That's a pretty cow. I think, yeah, she's getting spongy. So I'd say she's going to calve within the next 8 to 10 days. This is one of our lead cows. 160 is the main lead cow, but this one's always right there next to her. No, that's 510, I'm sorry. I thought that was 196. 196 is the other lead cow. Oh, boy, she's a pretty thing. A lot of people don't like horns. I don't care about the horns so much as long as they don't use them as weapons. And they don't. I don't see cows just getting goofy with them and, intentionally going after other cows. I don't see that. If they did, I'd get rid of them. Or I'd cut the horns off or something. I don't want a cow beating up on other cows just because she's got weapons on her head. But that was actually, that little cow that calved today, that was Deer's mom. The heifer that we had last year, the deer. And we're going to sell the deer because she's goofy. Watch this. I'm going to walk up to her. She's got the white belly right there. I bet you she didn't let me get very close to her. She's a pretty heifer. She's looking at me. She's got her head up watching me. There she goes. She's going to move off like, She actually got a little tamer than she used to be, but she's still goofy. I don't like goofy animals. You know, that animal has no right to be afraid of me. It should have stood there like this little steer did. He's not scared of me at all. Because I have given no ill treatment to that deer calf to be that way. She shouldn't be that way. So there's something a little bit crossed up in her head. And I'd hate to keep something like that, then try and calve her and she'd be goofy. Boy, there's a nice plump heifer. Whew. What's your number, honey? You gotta be that's an 089. So she's the 89th calf born in 2020. Boy, she's a beaut. She's gonna make a really nice cow. Golly, look at that. Me. Just a beautiful, beautiful heifer. I like them like that. I like some gut. Gotta have some gut. Females gotta have some gut to hold all that grass. You don't want what they call pencil gut. A pencil gut means they don't have a gut. It just looks like a pencil underneath there. Don't want no pencil guts. You want something that's got some capacity to hold that grass. Yeah, oh, look at that. 156, you are a beaut. It's just nice to walk through your cows in tall grass. It's a nice warm evening. And all you hear is this rip noise of the cows grazing. And you know, we held the cows back a little bit this spring by feeding hay just a little bit longer to let this grass get started. And I know it was tempting to take off. As soon as you see grass in the spring, take off. But you know, if you just hold them back 5 to 7 days, it is huge. I mean, it pays such dividends. Because now we've got grass and we're set. I mean, we're set for the spring flush in June. You know, even clear up into the summer slump in July, we have got a ton of grass. And if we, you know, don't mistreat it and take it down too short, we're going to be good to go. That little calf's got milk all over his face. Yeah, 423 euro case. This is 014's mom from last year. And she butted 014 a little bit. I think I told you that already. So we've decided we're going to sell her. But look what she did. So now she just loves this calf to death. She's got another 014. Look at that. Look at the butt on that bull calf. So he's going to be steered too, because I don't want to propagate something that doesn't care for the young when they're first born. I don't know what it is about her, but today, oh, she was just licking him on his navel while he was sucking, and well, you can tell she's taking good care of it. Look how slick he is. But the first 2 days of that calf's life, we had to get him up in a corral to save it. And if we hadn't been there in nature, that calf would have died, because that goofy cow wasn't taking care of it. I like a cow to lick their calf. Look at that. That mama's licking her calf. Like to see him lick on them. We got calves everywhere. Three amigos. Yep. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Just wanted to take you along on our pasture move tonight. And in the morning, they'll be getting another sort of grass like this. And the cows are just absolutely chunking on weight. And you just can't imagine why. Look at all this forage. So with that, I'm going to sign out. Those of y'all new to the channel, hit that subscribe button on the way out. And we'll see you next time.